Hey there, y'all. Hello, it's Peach. I'm going to make, it's my very first time ever, so I'm going to attempt to make a flatbread. And I just treated my hands, so I had to put gloves on. Alright, so in this bowl I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Now I'm going to get 3.5 tablespoons of butter melted to add to this. And let's see, this recipe is from recipe10eats.com. That's recipe 10 eats. RECIPETINEATS.com. All right, but that's where this came from. But I'm not following the recipe. So the recipe calls for 2 cups of plain flour. Yes, I do have that. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, which I will have in just a moment. The butter, which is 3.5 tablespoons ish, and it calls for milk. I don't use milk. So I'm going to be using water. Let me get this melted. And I'm going to go ahead and get this salt poured out. I'm not measuring it. It's 1/2 teaspoon. Very little, actually. Yeah, that's about right. If it's a little more, I'm good with it. And then I'm actually going to use warm water. Instead of milk. So I have the butter, that 3.5 tablespoons of butter. It's not even completely melted, so I'm waiting for this water to warm up. I'm trying to let the glass in here do what it does, which will continue to melt it, but then this warm water will do the final trick. So once I get this dough together, if I'm remembering the directions correctly, I'm going to be wrapping it up and letting it sit at room temperature for 30 minutes. Alright, so I'll go ahead and put the butter in here. And then it's going to get 3/4 cup of water. Let me see, I might have gotten a little more. Yeah, so I'm not going to use all this because I've got a little more than I needed. Again, this is warm water. I don't know why warm. It's just like my instinct tells me warm water is the way to go. Alright, that's probably about right. Alright. It'll come together. And I'm not actually sure. I mean, I think I know what the dough should kind of feel like. It should, yeah, that's actually, yeah. It doesn't, so far it doesn't seem very much different from doing like a pizza dough. If you've ever done a pizza dough. Make sure this is very well combined. I have never made anything like this. I hope this works out well because I have a sirloin tip roast out for dinner, but I wasn't sure what I was going to make with it. And so then I thought I wouldn't mind making some kind of like a soft taco. Well, here we are now. I'm making this flatbread stuff to do that very thing with. I want to do a beef and pineapple taco with that sirloin tip steak. That's a good way to make something like that stretch pretty far. You know, we cook that up and cut it into those beautiful little thin slices and serve it up on a taco. Oh my goodness, yes. We've got salsa and tortilla cheese and all sorts of other goodies. I might ask one of the guys to grab an avocado on their way home. This seems about right to me. Honestly. Okay. So now we're just going to wrap this and let it sit at room temperature for 30 minutes. And I will see you then. Alright. So I've let the dough rest for 30 minutes at room temperature. And it just looks like a loose dough. No, like I said, I've never made this before, but it looks a lot like a pizza dough. Look. And it's just a very loose dough. I'm gonna work it a little bit, and then I'm gonna pull some off. It says, or the recipe said something about using reserve a quarter cup of the 2 cups of flour to work and roll out your little flatbreads. So, in anticipation of being able to actually try to test one of these, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my little pan over here. I had no idea about temperature. I have no idea. I've never made a flatbread in my life. I'm going to put it about at like medium. And hold on, I actually have a lid just to hold in the heat while it gets up to temperature. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Oh, and this is just all-purpose flour, in case I didn't say that earlier. I don't know. I don't know how much is enough. I really don't. I've never done this. Alright, so again, I'm going to work the dough a little bit more, just with this little spatula. Alright. You know, I really don't know. I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know how, like, thin to try to get this stuff rolled out, so take just a little bit here. I seriously don't know. So that I do know there's probably too much flour for this, but it's okay. It'll be here for the other ones. I'm being really, really optimistic about this, y'all. Okay. All right, let's get this. It feels nice. I mean, it does. It feels like a nice little soft dough. All right. I'm going to try to roll this out with my little tiny. It's just a tiny little rolling pin that I happen to have. That's a lot of flour. I don't even know if you're supposed to put anything in the pan or whatever when you cook this stuff, but I'm inclined to think no. So I'm going to try it without it. And again, I'm just trying to make something to test. I'm not mad at that though. It's kind of like rolling out a bit of pasta, which I have done by hand, and it is a serious pain in the patootie. I mean, it kind of looks like a piece of flatbread. This looks legitimately like a piece of flatbread waiting to be cooked. So, I don't know, y'all. This might work out. It just might. Alright, I got it rolled pretty thin. Let's see if this pan's ready. So that was very quick, but I don't know, it feels warm. Now I'm thinking maybe it should be up higher. So I'm going to turn it up a little higher because now that I'm thinking about it, flatbreads do seem to be very toasted, right? I'm going to bring you guys over here so you can hopefully witness this. I think it's going to be good. I do. Okie dokie. Oh, look, that could have been more graceful. All right. Well, I hear it. I hear a sound, so it's doing something. That would be lovely. Yeah, the light is on. Ha ha ha! It's cooking. It's cooking. I don't actually know how to turn this. I did not think this whole thing through. I really didn't think this through. That does need to be up higher, doesn't it? Because I feel like it needs to puff. Yeah, it definitely needs to puff. And this has no leavener in it. It is starting to puff. Oh, that's so cool. Look at this. Look at that. It is literally starting to puff up. Can you see this right? That is super cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it definitely needed to be turned up higher. Okay, okay, okay. Oh my gosh. I'm so proud right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, look! It's puffing up. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. It's like a little pillow. I'm sorry, I'm super excited. I am really, really excited about this. Oh, sorry. Oh, I think this is going to work out really good. Oh, wow. I can't tell you. You know what? Yeah, this is going to be really great. So tonight I'm going to make sirloin tip steak and pineapple flatbreads with these guajillo peppers, which I have soaking right now. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited. Super duper. Oh, okay, look, I'm trying to use my hands. That has to be easier than this. Look at that. Oh, it smells so good. Yay, y'all, this is so easy. And I didn't even use milk. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup of warm water, 3.5 tablespoons of melted butter, and about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And that was it. Now mix it up, covered the bowl, let it sit for a ½ hour, and then you saw I just rolled it out real easy and simple. And I think honestly if I had to, I could have even just pressed it out with my hands. It just would have been even more rustic. Oh my gosh. This is exciting, like super deep. Duper. That's so pretty. Oh, turn over all the way. That is beautiful. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at that, look at that, look at that. All right, let's get this off of here and taste it right quick. I kind of wish I had some peanut butter right now, but I don't. Because I always used to love flatbread and peanut butter. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. This stuff, it's pretty. Oh, it's flaky. Look at that. It's almost like a pastry. It's, Oh, that's a great texture. Oh, it's hot. It's very good though. Very good. Guys. Try something you've never tried before. It could really turn out awesome, like this little flatbread right here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time. In case nobody's told you, you are awesome. Bye.